Hey guys, I'm going to do another informal hangout, chit chat, whatever video. I had kind of fun doing the last one, just filming on my phone. It was super easy. We're going to do it again. And this time I'm going to be using products that I just picked up from the MAC Mirage Noir collection. This is one of the summer launches. I did want to buy a bronzer for myself because one of the bronzers looked kind of red tone and I wanted to try it out. I also kind of fell victim to buying that stupid mother of pearl powder. I don't know why I did it, but I did it. When I left, I called my friend Danielle, who, if you recall, purchased the Patrick Starr spring collection for me to review and then send to her. And I called her and I'm like, I'm gonna go into the mall. Do you want me to pick you up anything? Because she's not near a Mac counter. And she said, yes, I want this and this and this and this and this. I said, okay, I'll send it to you. And she said, no, you know the drill. Get it, do a video, and then send it to me. So she's graciously letting me use her stuff again. And so I'll show you what I got. We're gonna play around. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about brushes that I picked up. A couple of these things I got when these items went for sale like earlier in the week. I think it was like Monday or Friday. I think they might have launched online for like certain like pro members and select members or whatever. And I wanna talk to you about some brushes. I was getting ready to do a brush video actually, but I'm just having fun with this instead. And we're just gonna kind of hang out. So this is very informal and nothing is really organized. I'll show you my outfit because I did in the last video. Not that I'm wearing anything super exciting today. Plain green t-shirt. This I call my bicentennial shirt, this button down. I wore this on my birthday last year. I was born in '76. So it's like a whole bicentennial thing. I don't know, I had fun. I wore it with Charlie and I only played music from 1976. My Hitchcock Madrona heart necklace. This guitar pick is also from Hitchcock Madrona. There's a story behind this. Remind me to tell you someday. I have on my tomboy flip, but I am wearing it under my shirt today, and I am wearing it this way. Normally I wear this askew. You can see my last video where I mentioned this, and I showed this off. I wore it tucked into the shirt today because I kind of just like how it looks sort of when it's like peeking out. And I like that you can see the different metals. Goodwill, thrift store, and Shipwreck Beads. You can get these, if they still sell them, I'll include a link in the description of this video. You get these in packs and they're super cheap and they come in like a dark brown and then this sort of natural ivory tone. I have on my wedding band a like this just brass like small band, a little green stone ring, and my pants today, a belt buckle that I picked up at an antique store like 4 years ago or something that has a D on it that I liked. I just found it in the case. And the pants, I went into storage last night just for fun. These are Levi's. If you remember when low-rise jeans came out, these are the lowest of the lowest jeans that I have. They're the kind of jean that you sort of have to shave to wear. But I think that they're just kind of fun, and I thought, oh, I'll wear those because it's 2001 again. Cowboy boots today. And let's get started. Oh, I should tell you first, when I was at MAC, I actually was complimented on this, and I thought this was pretty cool. The woman who was working said, what are you wearing? You smell really good. This is Diane von Furstenberg. I'm not going to be able to pronounce this right, because in French, I believe that it's like Volcan d'amour, and I know I said that wrong. It looks like Volcan d'amour. It's an old perfume. This is from like '81. Not made anymore. This is a vintage bottle. It's like, it's a perfume that's sort of based around violet, so it has a violet smell to it, like Guerlain Meteorites or something like that, like a violet candy, but it's a smoky violet, so it's kind of a dark, sweet, smoky, sexy violet smell. It's a little incensey and just kind of strange. It's one that I really get a kick out of. Okay, so let's talk about what I picked up. These are ones that I bought a couple days ago. The compacts, okay, yes. This is why you want anything from the collection. The compacts are really, really pretty. I picked up one of the bronzers. This is an extra dimension bronzer, Golden Rinse. This is the one that looked a little more red toned that I was curious to try. I've tried this once. It's a little stiff in the pan, but the color seemed nice. I haven't really compared it to my other bronzers, but it worked okay on my skin. It was just a little, I'm gonna use a stiffer brush this time when I apply it. This powder, this is the mother of pearl powder. I don't know why I bought this. It's actually really pretty though. Especially, I would say, I'll give you a swatch. I'm swirling the whole thing together. And we'll put it right here. I would say, like, I don't know, for my pale skin, this is a really pretty blush. I really actually liked it. So I'm kind of glad that I got it because I will get some use out of that. I picked up 2 of the lipsticks. Now, Danielle wanted one of these. She wanted the Beach Nut, which is the purple right here, which is so cool. And I really want it. I almost got it, but I didn't. Instead, I got Nude Noir, and I don't know why. It's just because it's a cool color, and I just thought, that's neat. And that was last minute. Sure, oh, I'll get this too. Like, as they're ringing you up, you just like go, oh, and throw this in. I don't know why I do that, but I think we all do that. 2 eyeshadows, Dust Off and Suntan and Repeat. Dust Off is like a kind of a frosty metallic white. See if I can show you there. It's a very pretty color. And then Suntan, what is that? Suntan and Repeat is like, I mean, MAC makes Club eyeshadow. It's similar. Blue brown pigment is similar. It is, that's actually, that went on quite nice, didn't it? It's like a brown base with a teal reflex in it. It's pretty. I like colors like that. What else did I get? I got something else. She got one of the bronzers too, the Bayana. I'm supposed to know this word probably, aren't I? And I'm not getting it right now. One of the bronzers. I'll just go ahead and swatch it. You know what? I'm going to swatch both the bronzers so you can see what they look like next to each other. This is not one of the extra dimension whatever bronzers. This is just one of their regular bronzers, so you can see kind of what that looks like. That's this is very yellow for me. Very, very yellow. Danielle is much more warm toned than I am. She's equally as pale, but she doesn't have cool undertones like I do. And then Golden Rinse. Let's compare them to each other and see. So you can see that this is a little bit more pinky, I think, from looking at it. But I don't know. Maybe not. What is it? Is it or isn't it? We'll find out. I don't know. So let's get this show on the road, man. Let's get started with some skincare. I am using I don't have anything on my face today. I've been neglecting my skincare all day. This is Joan Collins Super Lift Eye Serum. You've seen me use this before if you like actually watch my videos. And I don't mean that snarkily. It's an eye serum. I use it all over my face. Why? Because it's good. I like it. And you get a ton up for the money. I still can't get over how big the bottle is. Oh, my skin's all bright red now. I'm going to be using Sleep Active Night Cream. I think I was in here the other day and I was like kind of doing my nighttime routine, so this isn't what I should be wearing because it's not nighttime. I have to go out, so I should be wearing something with an SPF. But I'm also going to be I'm planning on playing around with these in a way that makes me think that I'll probably wash my face before I leave the house. I am using the Joan Collins foundation. This is shade Warm Fair in First Base Foundation. This is still, I was just talking to my friend Erica about it the other day, still my favorite foundation. Favorite ever. Still. Love it. I am obviously just applying this with my fingers because that's how I like to apply my foundation, and this one works really well with just hands. There's two new face and body foundations that are coming out with the summer collection, and they had them there, but I swatched both of them on my arm and kind of blended them out, and I was like really not blown away at all. There's very little sheen. It's hard to tell because face and body is a little bit dewy anyway, so you're going to have a sheen to it. I use face and body mixing medium to just add some glow. I mean, you could it has no color in it. You can just use that, but it makes a great base for like a mineral foundation or dry foundation because it's got a little bit of a tackiness to it. So it was hard to tell, was I seeing like a metallic sheen or just the normal sheen that face and body has? And then as I kind of tilted my arm into the light, I saw that there were small glitter particles that were kind of floating around, and I don't know, it just didn't seem, it didn't seem like really super interesting. Of course, I just realized now I wasn't going to do my foundation before I did my eyes. I was going to do my eyes first. Let's do brows. I don't have anything out here to do brows except for brow gel. Do I not have anything out here to do brows except for brow gel? Apparently not. Goodness gracious. Hang on 1 second. Now I need a brush to put this on. Speaking of brushes, the brush I'm going to touch, no. Just like, I argue with myself. No! The brush I'm going to be using, or the brush I want to talk to you about is the new, I should sit not on my ankles. Remind me not to do that. Phone calls. People call me and interrupt my talking. I am going to try to use both shadows. I also grabbed some neutral colors. I have a stack from Melt Cosmetics. Okay, I'm gonna start with the base. I'm gonna be using, this is Estee Lauder's Double Wear Cream Concealer. I enjoy being kind of old school and using concealer as a primer from time to time. Reminds me of doing makeup when I was in high school. And that was like the new thing. Put your concealer on your lid and it will help your eyeshadow last longer. And everyone went, wow. And then they went, hey, let's use Maybelline Great Lash. That's the best mascara ever. And I went, even then, you're high, because that shit's awful. Okay, I'm gonna be as lazy as possible, trying to get this concealer off of this brush. I'm going into this light shade Blur from Melt. And this is gonna be kind of just up here. Do you love that I said I was gonna be using these MAC summer things, and so far I haven't picked up a single one. This is Unseen from Melt. These are very nice eyeshadows, by the way. These are ones that I usually end up using for Doris and Melba. Melba uses the that green that's in that like acid neon stack. That's what her green eyeshadow usually is. Or at least has been for the last several years. Oh, see, I like this this is giving me like Jamie Summers fantasies. That was a makeup tutorial I always wanted to do. Google it if you don't know. Because I thought she was like just so pretty and like, she still is. And not Jamie Summers, but you know what I mean. So pretty. And like, just like the embodiment of like 70s natural beauty where there's like no product in the hair and the makeup's just nice and muted. This is one of my favorite brushes, by the way. This is a Shu Uemura 5R. If they still make it, I don't know if they do. And it is fabulous for like detail blending. Just getting into a small area because it's see, it's not a very big brush, but it's got a nice like little domed top to it. So you can just go in with a little bit of a color and put it in and blend it out. And I love it. You know, we could take a little bit of that bronze, that Bayana, whatever it is. And kind of throw this on here too. So the brush that I'm going to talk to you about is the new 109. If you don't know, MAC has been replacing or has replaced all of their old brushes that were natural with synthetic ones. And a week ago, I picked up the new 109 to compare it to the old 109. The 109 was always like a go-to foundation brush for me. Now, it hasn't been in a long time, and I don't even keep the 109 with my regular brushes. I recently went through and kind of did a decluttering of my makeup brushes, and that was one of them that I put into storage because I just don't reach for it that often. I was curious to compare the two just because I was curious. I thought the problem with the natural one, at this point, a lot of my 109s are so old, they have a tendency after a while to start bleeding the ink when you wash them. And I have had on occasion this, when I've used it with cream products, actually transfer the ink to the skin just from using a liquid or a cream product. So that also makes it kind of unusable. But I wanted to show you the differences between the two, because I'm not a fan of the new one. You can see, for starters, the handles are quite different in length. The new one is much shorter. I like a long-handled brush. It just sits nicer in my hand. Also, if you look, there's a bit of a difference. Now, you can see just from looking at it, the size at the base really isn't that different. It's just that this tends to like fan out a little more than the synthetic one. Now, I've tried to wash this and to try and get it to, like, you know, open up a little bit, and because it's synthetic, they tend to just go right back to their shape. It just goes right back to its shape. I found, and I use this like this, and then I buff. This did a much better job than this. This sort of, see what's going on right here? It's sort of swirling, and I know that this is, some people are going to be like, well, it's not, whatever. I'm just showing you, this is a good illustration of what I'm talking about. It tends to just bend. It's softer, but it doesn't really buff as much. You see, this just seems to buff a little more, while this tends to sort of just swirl. I didn't really care for this as much. I was hoping that I would, but I'm gonna say no. Soft isn't necessary for a brush. I think there's a lot of focus on, oh, this brush is so soft, so it must be good, and I don't agree with that. My favorite blush brush is cheap and stiff, but it picks up a lot of product and blends well. It's actually the brush that I'm going to be using when I apply that bronzer that I'm going to be working with. So let's stop there for now. I, for some reason, cannot find a black pencil. I'm gonna pack this on the bottom lid. So I've got my cream color bases here. I've got a few of them. I'm gonna try, let's just for fun, let's just do mid-tone sepia and see how that looks. These are MAC cream color bases. Not the best thing to be using for an eyeshadow base or around the eye because they crease really bad. That doesn't mean that they're not awesome products, because I love them. And you know, a long time ago I filmed a video on them. Did I ever upload that though? I don't know if I did. There are some videos that I filmed and then like I never did anything with. I don't know. You'll have to search my name in cream color bases and see if I did for me. I'm not sure if I did, but I love these products. All right, we're going to just pack this into the bottom here. This is a little more of that dark red. Did I say what this was called? This is a dark red from Enigma, from Melt. And I used this in the crease here. Okay, we're gonna get old school up in here. I'm gonna take some of that black cream color base and a black shadow, and this is gonna be our waterline. So we're just tapping the cream color base on. other side of the brush and tapping on that black eyeshadow to set it. Okay, now I want to use that white just because it's here, but the only thing that I can think to do is to like, I don't want to put it here. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it on the inside, which I hate to do because it seems so like cliche, but that's probably what I'm going to do anyway. I'm going to put some concealer on first, just to kind of blend out. This is another one of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Cream Concealers. This is 2C Light Medium. So I think what I'm going to do with this little shimmery white is just take a little of it. And I'm just going to do kind of like the tear duct here, just down in here. I'm not going to do the whole inner corner. All right, that's it. Mascara's last. Let's grab this one. Oh! Rimmel Scandalize, the Retro Glam Mascara. I like this stuff. So yeah, the eyeshadow's nice. I mean, I'm going to be more excited by the one that's all like blue-brown and all that stuff. It's, I'm not getting a lot of reflex in it myself. It just looks sort of dark to me. I'm going to gravitate more towards blue-brown pigment just because I think it's a little more intense. And when I want an effect like that, I usually want like the effect, like I want it pretty pronounced. Let's do a powder. I'm going to be using MAC's Lightful Marine Bright Powder. I like this. I've been using it lately when I want a powder. This isn't a US release. This might only be an Asian market thing that I got in like an international swap. Now let's go ahead with the bronzer. Golden Rinse. Okay, I'm going to be using the brush that I told you about. This one, super cheap. This was a Coastal, this is the Coastal Scents BRC N24. Don't know if they still make it. This is an old brush. Picks up a lot of product. I don't know if you can see that. But it's stiff, it's scratchy, it's not the best feeling brush, but picks up a lot of product, blends really, really well. It's one that I really like. So that's a little bit of color. I still want to use this though. So I'm going to use the same brush that I used for my powder, which is a Wayne Goss, whatever this brush was. I don't think it's got a number on it. That's that, which I like. I think it's quite pretty. Let's swatch the lipsticks for you because I haven't done that yet. So we'll start with the purple. This was Beach Nut right here. That was super graceful, right? This is, it felt very matte. It is a matte. It's like, that felt very matte. Nude Noir. I just did Beach Nut. This is a frost. Now, I like MAC's frosts. I'm going to do this one this way so that I can see what I'm doing better. Right there. I like MAC's Frost lipsticks. I like Frost lipsticks. My root for loving Frost lipsticks, I think, comes from Gina Davis in The Long Kiss Goodnight when she's doing her big like self makeover scene and she's just bleached her hair. She's got on the smoky eye and then she puts on this like frosty like light pink lipstick. I don't know. I just love it. Let's try this one. How cool is that? That looks really neat. Now, you could take like this and powder on top of it. I think that'd be pretty cool. I've got this thing from Kat Von D. And I think that I kind of want to tap one of these on top of it instead. It's just a question of which one. going to take a little bit of Night Moth. Just around the edges there. I think that's nice. I think that's nice. I like that. And this is one of those looks that I would actually probably not do a highlighter with, because I think that this metallic here, if you were going to do this, I think that it looks better to just have the metallic popping in like one place so that your eye kind of knows where to go. You need a focal point. That's what I'm trying to say. You want a focal point. It's like watching, was it the third Transformers movie that I fell asleep through? Because it was so much going on all the time that there was never a rest, and I just ended up falling asleep. And I never fall asleep in movies, but that one put me to sleep because this is the most boring piece of shit I've ever seen. You cannot have something without nothing. You need negative space to fill a space. It's yin and yang, man. And that's it. So, yeah. I don't know. I'll talk to you later. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you later. Bye.